guys, so it's me, Pat. Today I am on day 2 for the 31-day challenge of special effects makeup for October. Today is going to be a torn throat. So right now I'm working with my prosthetic, getting where the hole is through my neck, where it's going to be placed and everything. I didn't come prepared. Again, I forgot my latex and other things, so I was getting them all ready and everything. Yeah, that was a pretty fun day of trying to figure out where I placed everything from yesterday. But right now I am making the little, I don't know what they're called, they're the front part of your neck. I'm not technical, I'm so sorry. It's the little things, the little bones right there. So yeah, I'm going to do 2 of those on my neck. This is just through cotton ball and latex. So it's pretty much easy. I'm just gonna like put the edges down for the cotton ball, and I am going to just soak the cotton ball in latex and get it to stick. And my dog, not my dog, but Christine's dog, keeps walking back and forth behind my video, so if you see a black figure start walking across the screen, that's him. I wanted to make sure I got the cotton ball saturated enough so it would stick and stay. It's kind of hard to do when you have a whole bunch of like cotton ball all in one thing. And I was also using cotton swabs, so the cotton ball wanted to stick to the cotton swab, which made it a lot harder to even like get it to stick on because it just wanted to stick to itself. But right now I am taking the prosthetic and I am going around the edges on the back side of it with latex to stick it on. And I'm trying to figure out which way it went on and how I put it on, which I kind of forgot. So it was fun trying to reposition it and figure out which way I wanted the top to go, which way the bottom was and everything. I'm sticking down the edges right now, making sure it has a good connection to my skin so it will stay while I start getting the paper towel, the tissue paper, and latex ready. You will see midway through that I switched to cotton balls. It just was a lot sturdier than the toilet paper, tissue paper that I was using. So yeah, I'll do a layer of tissue paper just around the first little edges of it, and then I'll switch to cotton balls. But yeah, I wanted to make sure my edges were very, very, very unnoticeable. So that means really, really making sure it blended into the skin really well. On this prosthetic, there was some edges that were giving me trouble because they were folded in on themselves, which gave them a lot thicker edge. With those, I usually just I will either cover it or I will cut it down until I can work with it. You don't want to cut it too soon, like too far down, because then you will get a very thick edge and you won't really be able to hide it very well unless you like use gelatin or really, really work at that edge. But yeah, I'm going all the way around with the latex and the toilet paper around my neck the first time. I think I am starting to switch to the cotton ball in a little bit. But right now I'm getting some excess latex off my chest and everything. Oh no, I'm still on the paper towel and everything, and had to let it dry a little bit and take a sip of my coffee before it went cold. But now I switched over to the cotton ball. I sped it up a little bit so you didn't have to see that process again. It's just going back over it and everything. With the cotton ball, I'm trying to like give it more of like the flaps and everything to look like it's actually peeling away from my skin and not just kind of there. It was a little bit harder to do because it didn't want to work the way I wanted it to work, so I just had to leave it and just deal with it, to be honest. I am putting some meaty textures in the middle of it and everything, just to give it that texture inside of it. I will be switching to the foundation right now while the middle dries and everything. The outer part has dried, now the middle has to dry. So yeah, I'm just taking my foundation from my Ben Nye kit and just going all the way around the edges and make sure it's blended in, and just kind of while I wait on still everything else to dry, I'm going to be taking a light red, a dark red, and then a black into the center and just go in like on the parts of the things that weren't wet and give it some more depth. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, I had little obstacles to go around and everything, make sure I didn't get it on the bones, because I was going to paint those white. And just go through it all and not get my brush covered in latex, because that's hell to actually get off of your brush. I will let you know that it was kind of difficult to be moving my neck at this point in time, so that's why I am stretching out my neck and actually having a weird face of looking down. With this prosthetic, it didn't give me very much movement to, just how I placed it and everything. If I probably would have done a different prosthetic, or just made it the prosthetic as I went around my neck and just started building it up, I probably would have had a lot more movement. But with this one prosthetic, I actually made it too thick, which really made it not want to move on me. So I had to kind of keep my neck up and my chin straight up, so I couldn't move. I legit almost couldn't push my head down to see anything. So I'm trying to get all the best, all the spots that I could out of the best. That's why I keep backing up and I keep moving around and everything. Now I'm going to take that white and go over the bones. This was kind of pointless, to be honest, because I just kind of covered them up in blood anyway, just kind of splattered blood on them. I just wanted to give it the effect of that it was a little more wider, and that way when you could see it, you knew it was bone and not just something there. But yeah, and now I am taking that black, actually I'm taking another red, sorry, and going over the little ligaments that I put in there and doing like the lighter ones. And now I'm giving my the outer part of the prosthetic and everything a bruise tone. So I'm taking my Ben Nye bruise wheel and a stipple sponge and going around it. It will look dark at first, but I'm going to take that foundation that you see me use the first time and go back over that, and it will lighten up that bruise. That's one of my favorite tricks to do. I saw it on another YouTuber's channel where they did that, and it works really well if you want to lighten up the bruise, but give that like really depth of the bruise underneath the skin. But yeah, now I'm finally going to give up and start coloring my edges around that prosthetic and just hope and pray that it's dry, which it wasn't. Giving the outside, I finally just gave up on the skin tone and just went straight into being bruised and everything. So I just bruised up the sides flaps and everything. Now I think I'm starting to get ready my blood, because this is my favorite part. I love blood. So yeah, I just went inside the parts that could like sit blood and just have them drip down and everything. This blood I'm using stains, so like if it gets on clothes, if it gets on like carpet and everything, I am just taking a brush and just stippling it everywhere, just giving it a splatter effect, just so it looks like it was violently ripped away my skin. And I love blood, so like the more blood the merrier with me, but I didn't want to put too much on because I wanted to show the work I done, the textures and everything. So yeah, I'm taking that sponge, that stipple sponge, and just kind of splatting it everywhere, and then just letting the blood drip and everything. And that's all about it.
Hey guys, so that does conclude day 2 of the 31-day challenge for Halloween for October. I know this is coming up on day 3, so I didn't have time yesterday to do a makeup, so this is day 2. That's the finished product. It is Torn Throat. And then for day 3, you'll probably see this right afterwards. I'm already going to tell you. I'm going to be doing a missing eye. This turned out pretty good. I wish my little flaps, I did little flaps right here that were supposed to come out more. It didn't do it very much. I did use a prosthetic, so yeah, it's kinda, it was harder to work with the prosthetic and then put more stuff on top of the prosthetic. I will see you guys in day 3, and I hope you guys liked it. Bye guys.